locations in the Gambia. Supersonics Money Transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe.
Yes, Mr. Chair, we are ready to proceed. I can see, though, that the technicians are not yet in place for television broadcast.
And to wait for them.
All right, we proceed then. Welcome back, Mr. Saho.
Mr. Saho, Bismillah.
Thank you. I hope you have had coffee and you've been taken care of. Thank you for that. I didn't realize coffee was jikando kendo. That's a good one. Before the first break, we were talking about the various positions you held at the NIA and how your relationship with Mr. Fodebad.
Yes.
So now let's go back to 1996, 1995.
1995
Do you recall the demonstration that was held by supporters of the PPP at the American Embassy?
For yakilo samurano balambaya menketa men yalonko PPP la kanuntel wala yakenu American la ambassador la korda baro mafan.
Yes, sir. Hade? Can you tell us what you know about it?
I
You say what I know about it. Precisely that. When did you happen to first learn about it? The very day of the demonstration. How did you come to learn about it? Was it hidden? The country doesn't know. My question is, how did you come to know about it? This is what I'm telling you. It was not something hidden. So I believe everybody knew about it. Still, you are answering your own question. My question is, how I was at the office. In my office. I came to know about it in my office. You are answering where. You are not answering how. I'm saying, I came to know about it in my office. Through the movements when I asked what's going on there. And then? And that's it? Yeah. Well, it has nothing to do with my department then. Did you come to be involved in that matter? Definitely no. Is it your testimony, therefore, that you had no connection whatsoever with that matter? Sincerely, yes. Did you participate in the arrest? You are just saying the same thing. Whether and no, sir. Did you participate in their investigation? No, sir. Well, I think we are beginning to see the second approach. We have heard from Peter. Paul. No, it's not true. I was not there. Maybe we are now hearing from Paul. No, it's not true. I was not there. Mr. Saho, Baba Saho.
Mr. Sedo, Baba Saho.
Yes, Counsel.
Counsel.
The evidence points completely to a different direction. Like that you are saying now. In NIA, when activities, subversive activities happen, which unit would investigate it? The counter-espionage. What was the responsibility of the investigation unit? Following up or verification? Following up and verifying what? This is given to us to look into. Including activities that may have been initially started by counter-espionage. If there are doubts on it. Mr. Witness, you know what? It would be misleading to the commission. If you want to suggest that counter-espionage unit was the unit that was conducting investigations. Is that the position you're taking? Yes, sir. Okay. Tell us about the setup of the NIA and the responsibilities and competencies of the various units. If you ask me to tell you the setup of the NIA, I may not be able to, because we have different departments. It's responsible and knows how he works about it. Mr. Witness, yes, you are a director at the NIA. Director at the NIA. Yes, sir. You knew the institution very well. Yes, sir. If a director of the institution would not know the functions of the various units in that institution, Mr. Counsel, I didn't say I didn't know the functions of the NIA, but no. Don't change my question. My question is, I asked you what were the functions of the various units in the NIA, and you said it would be difficult for you to say. It's the directors of those units that can say. That's true. I can talk about. And he says, what concerns me is what I can say. That's what you just said. Yes. Okay. Do you know the functions of the various departments or sections in the NIA?
Well, I have an idea about some of the sections, their work.
Isn't that disappointing to come from a director of the institution?
No? I didn't see it that way.
Mr. Witness, let's call a spade a spade. You are a director of an institution. You do not even know what are the functions and roles of the various units within the institutions. That is a tragedy. If I may comment. Of course. And you see, we are all specialized. Coupler is for a cop for the people who does the coupling. Investigators for investigators.
Mr.
Witness, that is not what we are talking about. What we are talking about is your knowledge of the organization, the organizational structure and the roles and functions of the various units. You worked in the agency for 10 years. I'm not discussing that.
No, so. Sa kenyin kamen na wole doku bunda lumelu funalu bebe NIA na doku bunda bakoto kiliwo kilin dula momenti ala doku momenti o bundalu akawle nyinin kanu ko tandala nkai ko. That's what I'm explaining. Bunda na doku nyalam. Every section has its own way of working. Then that's not
Mr. Witness, you know what you are avoiding to do? You are avoiding to enumerate the functions of the various departments because it would show that the answer you have given about the relationships and functions of between investigations and counter-espionage is certainly not the case. What you told us is not the case. That is why you're refusing to itemize. Because if you itemize, it will become very apparent that you are misleading the commission. Tell us, what are the functions of counter-espionage? Tell us, what are the functions of the counter-espionage department?
Sai bunda me ka fa counter-espionage. Wala menu ka kullu sunyake ikabula wulu no manyamen.
I've never heard of that department.
So you
do not know what they do. Somehow, if you say I don't know what they do, my question is, what is their function? What roles are given to them? Are their functions?
That's the right name for them, counter-espionage.
So what are their functions? What do they do? Mr. Counsel, I'm telling you, Mr. Witness, I've never heard of that department, so I can't know what really they are. So if I should tell you this is what they do and it's not true, I'm lying. I'm on the oath. Isn't it sad?
Responsible for
only two people would be your senior in terms of position. The Director General and the Deputy Director General. The rest would be directors like you.
No. Director General, Deputy Director, and Director of Internal Security. Director General, Nolanko, and Director Mata, Tankadala Bangkokan.
Mr. Witness, you know what we're talking about. You are a director just like the Director of Internal Security. You may have seniority because the Director General, the Deputy Director General, and the directors. Isn't that the case? And by dint of the fact that you are a director, you are also in line for promotion to be Director General or Deputy Director General. It's all possible. Wouldn't it be embarrassing that you could? If that should happen, they will give you. Answer the question. Wouldn't it be a big embarrassment that you'd be appointed Director General and you would not know the functions of the units within the organization? You become to know about it if you reach that stage. Are you serious? I'm serious. This is how you people worked at the NIA? That the left does not even understand the functions of the right. Mr. Witness, I put it to you that you're trying to muddy the waters because you know that it was your unit that was responsible for investigations, and it was your unit that investigated this particular activity. You're trying to run away from it by keeping it all on external, on counter-espionage. That is what you're trying to do. No. Counter-espionage. Honey. No. It looks like we're going to have a longer day than we anticipated. I am sorry for that. Tell us what were the functions of the investigations unit? The functions of the investigation unit is to make follow-ups that aren't too clear. And the Director General will instruct us, go into this, go into that. Director General and as a former number 3 in the investigations department and a former director of external security, this is your answer about the responsibilities of the investigations department? Yes. One bullet point to make follow-ups about things that aren't too clear. That's the essence of investigation. Why are you investigating what happened in the past? You want to make sure you know what is missing and what is not missing. You're following up. I believe, Mr. Witness, you are oversimplifying this to the extent that you render it meaningless. Did you people at NIA know what you were doing? Did you know what you were doing? Because if this would be your answer to the functions of the investigations unit, then it begs the question whether really the officers at the NIA knew what they were doing and what we were paying them for. To carry out follow-ups that aren't too clear. That's what you said. That's the functions of the investigations unit at the NIA. It's very sad, isn't it? I think it's quite obvious. Let's move on. The investigations unit
bunda men ka kisikisi roke
was at the heart of the NIA, correct?
abe NIA jusu kumole kono fonde.
I don't understand.
Mafaham.
It was one of the most important units in the NIA.
Bunda la meyalon ko dabe bunda kumari ngol kono NIA jeto.
Yes.
Ha.
Information received by various units of the NIA
Ibarol meyalon ko ka soto ni bunda meyalon ko be NIA jeto.
Would eventually find it themselves at the investigations department for investigations.
Kibarol jama beje kete fanje bunda la ka fuda med investigation pour que la ko ni kisi fond.
If there is anything to be investigated, yes.
Ni kisikisi ko bije ha umutonya.
Okay. If the religion or political unit
fo ninga yatara bunda me mare dino to pro nyala waranto political la karola
conducts an investigations
ye kisi ro tamande
and arrests are made,
inarna momuta
wouldn't the suspects be transferred to investigations department for investigation?
o mari ni yembe muta fo ita sambala bunda la menga ko kisi man pour kala ko nyi kisi ba.
I don't think so.
Ani ma mira wanyane.
I don't think so. And the reason being,
Alundalime me yakeni ko ma mira wanya.
that is the sole responsibility of a particular department that makes the arrest.
Doku bunda menu kamuta roke wolela doku mwoti.
Do you know the concept of cross-cutting issue?
Yalo ne bang hamo membe kudu me alon ko ka bob dingirado kata dingirado cross cutting.
I don't know.
Okay. You know, you have various sections at the NIA.
Atu yalo ne ko NIA je de bunda le soro je me alon ko siman kilimol la.
You have political
La karola beje
dissidents and religious section.
dissidents and dino religion.
True.
Tonya.
Yes.
Ha.
You have counter-espionage.
Yeah, counter-espionage for sort.
Yes.
Ha.
You have internal security.
Yeah, bunda sort of member banko kono kunya tankola.
Yes.
Ha.
And which other ones? External security.
Anem bunda juma.
Bantala banko kunyalu bunda men martala.
Would it surprise you that some of your staff don't even know the names of the various departments?
Nyinde kele jaxali kuduba yalla do kula do fangol beje nyim bunda me an ko be NIA jeto idol beje metol fangol lo.
No.
Ani.
Isn't that disappointing?
Maga jikira teori ba.
Well,
I'll tell you why I said no.
If you would allow me, sir, we all know the concept of need to know. Thank you. This is the reason of my saying no. That should be an issue of subject matter. It should not be an issue of organizational structure. In fact, the organogram of the organization should be there for the members of staff to know. Council, can you allow me to come in, please? Please. You see, the human being is such that it's always chaos. In intelligence, these things are kept secret. So that I will not have this ego to say, I want to know what's in CE, or I want to know what is in this department. So that the operatives will not know until and unless you reach a certain stage, and then you start to know A, B, and C. Wala ya sabu mkalafi do kulali ko do long funin ayatara itata hanfo ifudata makamoto utumbolo sabu nyoto nyin ntenga fahamu le nyam. I think you are again trivializing a terrible situation.
Jikita ko hanin kami ko take ibe ko lande kan ni nyala mi alon ko la nya jawla.
So you have all this section.
Silang ye bundal besoto jero.
And all these sections would require investigations, correct?
Not always. What obended?
Again, all these sections are under the internal security.
Internal security.
External security was also under internal security?
No.
Internal security.
Counter espionage, was it part of internal security?
Counter espionage, internal security.
Yes.
Okay. How about religion and political?
All these other units are under internal security.
So how many
internal security?
How many sections did you have in the NIA?
I cannot count it off head.
Okay. We would give you a pen, and during the run, write us the organigram of the NIA.
I can't do it.
I can understand if there is a secret unit within the NIA, which you would not know. I can understand that. But to tell me that as a director, you do not know the formal organizational structure of the organization, that would be shocking. Do you have management meetings at the NIA? We have briefings in the morning, director briefings. And the directors would be the managers of the institution.
Yes.
And the directors would be identified, or they would identify themselves as directors of the various units.
And
those directors is the director of internal, director of external, director of finance, the DG.
Director member Tankola Banco can director member Tankola Banco Bantala, director member Naflula, I mean DG.
But that is understandable.
Yes.
But those directors would have units under them.
But what director of
Yes.
And it would be known that the directors have responsibility over these various units.
And director
That I've said so. But for external is responsible for all other units. Director of internal is responsible for all other units.
Director
Okay. So the elements of the organigram are beginning to emerge. You would agree?
Amunta sayin doku bunda sansangolo nya. Bitung abdamu tatale kafinti do man bunda lu lari nyami.
Director General.
Director General.
Correct?
Yes.
Or let's say President.
Misal kama niko President.
Then Director General, NIA.
The Director General soto NIA.
If I may ask, why President? No.
President.
Because I am trying to think like you people. You are part of Office of the President.
Katuna damutale pur kamira ko atel bejonen katwa law officer ay abe president wala koto.
Then all departments should put the president within their organigrams. Don't you think so?
For do ku bundalu funalite ke ite president kele la punten kote
If they wish.
Mi la fita.
Okay. All right?
Yeah.
So within the organization, Director General,
Kafoni fonkulo Director General,
Deputy Director General,
Mensimbe Director General kan,
and then you have the Director of Internal Security,
Director
Director of Finance,
Director
Director of Counter Espionage, or Director of Internal Security?
No.
Director of Internal Security. External Security.
External Security. I mean Director Banco Bantala Tankola.
And then there are units below these departments.
Bunda ndimulu fanalu bunda
sections.
wala fanalu.
or directorates.
Ha.
For finance, you would have finance, human resources, and admin.
Those na fulo la karola ibe bunda soto la memmarta na fulo fongo maranyala hadamaya no la karola dukula la karola. Those days no. Utilo lukono watije.
You don't have human resources.
Almon bunda soto memmarta hadamaya no do my time.
It's just the director of finance and admin.
Ndela wato director memmarta na fulo la ani memmarta na
It's introduced, I understand.
But
even if you don't have a unit for human resources, admin would always obviously deal with human resources. Director of finance and admin.
That's why I said director of finance and admin.
Okay. It seems to me that you people at the NIA knew only what you could see on the surface. Either you did not know how the organization functioned and what it was doing, or you refuse to tell. Which is it?
I don't
understand you, because if you are telling me we don't know, no. I say you either did not know about what? How the organization worked and the competencies of the various departments, or you refusing to tell. And either answer is disappointing.
I'm
listening, because you said either answer will be disappointing, so I will not answer.
It's
disappointing. If I say no, it's disappointing. So let's hear your position. What? On the proposition. But Mr. Council, you said any answer will be disappointing. So no comment. That's my proposal. So you accept that the situation was disappointing? That's your view. But you think differently. Unless if you want to think for me. In 1995, well, somebody who knew what was going on, unlike you who did not know what was going on, that person testified. And they explained that when the information was received, the NIA established two teams. An arresting team, which went to the ground and arrested those who were part of this demonstration. Did that happen? That's that person's opinion. He's aware, so I'm not. Mr. Chair, remember yesterday we had, this is his testimony. This is my testimony. You choose which one you accept. That we heard from Peter. Today we're hearing that from Paul. And this trend is going to continue. I've never said choose what you take. I said, well, you will reach this person you are telling me said he was there. He was aware. So that's his version. I was not aware. Okay, now we testimony with version. But we'll accept that. We would accept that. Is that person's version a lie? I wouldn't say. Because I don't know this person one. I follow the man who deny his version of the statement. Salmina Drame said you organized 2.
Salmina Drame ko ale fulala londi.
2 teams.
Kam fulala londi.
An arresting team and a receiving team.
Darlalu ani men yalan ko wolle be bendunna.
Is that a lie?
What he said is a lie.
Yes.
I cannot say anything on that.
And he said he was part of the receiving team.
That's him.
So he obviously, as part of the receiving team, he would know what the receiving team was doing, wouldn't he?
He's in the best position to answer that.
But if the NIA arrest people, they would bring them to the NIA headquarters, wouldn't they?
Yes.
And they would be given to people who would deal with them, who would process them.
Process them like?
Who would interview them, who would interrogate them.
Yes.
And those people would be the interrogators, correct?
No.
Those who would ask them questions. Those would not be interrogators. What do you understand interrogate to mean?
Let's say if my department investigation should arrest somebody to come in. It's our responsibility to find out. The reason why we brought it in to find out more into that reason. Likewise, other departments.
Mr. Witness, again, the effort to mislead is beginning to emerge. And I warn you that misleading the commission is a violation, is an offense. You are warned. Those who would question the witness, wouldn't that amount to interrogation?
So are you interrogating me? Because you are questioning me.
What do you think?
I'm just asking.
In this environment, it is a basic interview. It can also amount to an interrogation, but an interrogation is more typical in an environment where it's only the investigators who are present asking the questions. In this particular setting, we have a panel.
Janto nga panel wala sura jamen be siri be la moyrola bari ni be nyinin karo ning fen ko interrogate la o investigator kisi la le katra siri.
I know they will be interviewed by the arrestees first.
They know the reasons why they were arrested. And then?
Yes, that's what I know.
No. Would it end there?
That depends on what they have. So they have more difficulties. Their issue will refer to the DG. DG will assign the department concerned.
Very funny. The department concerned would do the arrest. Isn't it?
I don't understand you.
Which department would conduct the arrest?
Any of the departments would conduct it. Any of them.
So it would be on their area of specialization. So they send it to the DG. And to use your words, the DG would send it to the department concerned. But the department concerned is the department that carried out the arrest. Let's stop the chase and stop playing games.
Mr. Counsel, maybe you're not getting me, but I'm getting you.
Mr. Witness, I'm using your words, not mine. I'm using your words.
Again, don't misinterpret my words. I'll give you an example. I said, if it is my department, arrest somebody, I want to find out more into why we arrest him. If, for instance, there is something that has to do with the political side of our arrestee, the matter will send to DG and said, this is that. The DG will send it to the department concerned to look into it.
You see, Mr. Witness, what you are saying does not make sense. And I would say why. From what you have said, there is no need for an investigations department at the NIA.
Why?
Because everything goes to the specialized unit.
No.
So you have seen the folly in what you have said.
No.
See, I told you, if it is just a moment, I told you that investigations was a cross-cutting issue.
Investigation
The various departments would conduct arrests and they would go with the matter to the investigations department. Mr. Witness, Mr. Witness,
no, sir.
We have had enough evidence to be able to know that this was the case. You are trying to avoid the fact that issues were sent to investigations. Because you know that in 1995, when these people were arrested, they were sent to investigations. So you are trying to avoid accepting that that was the procedure because you want to remove yourself from what happened in 1995.
PPP line kanun telmura yesamba bundal do mealon ko wala ko kol kisigis andu tele ben ngi andu wala ya sabu be katakam pour ka buri ka duno nyinta.
If I should tell you that what is there to be investigated, because these were demonstrators.
Quell the demonstration. My understanding of it. So there was no investigation. As far as I know. Mr. Witness, I hate to say it, but that is simply untrue. You would be the first witness to appear here and tell us this.
Maybe I'm the first witness who will tell you what he knows. Maybe.
If you continue at this rate, you would be the most misleading witness to appear before the commission on the issue of the functioning of the NIA.
That's your opinion, sir.
So, Mr. Witness, you want to tell us that you were at the NIA at this time, you did not have a clue, you did not know what was going on with regards to these 1995 people who were arrested.
Can I tell you one thing?
Just answer my question.
Yes.
You did not know anything about this.
Yes. Can I tell you one thing, sir?
No, just answer my questions. Just answer my questions.
Can I give you something else?
I hope it is germane to this issue.
Yes.
Please go ahead.
And then?
In 1995, Sankolo, there was this bit of suspicion from people who were from NSS. So, Boba Kering, Kodo, Lakamolu, Luluma, many but NSS. We are not that percentage, 100% with the junta then. Utumo Nitelu, Nanio be Mantara, Sojar Mansakunda, Utumo. I can tell you today that when I have heard about this arresting, I'm coming. I call prominent people I know within the PPP party and live today. Many along the PPP, I don't follow many since just to make sure that he is not within. That is Panyel and Suare. Only him. When I heard about it, I started calling people I know. If in Jobate Mane, I went to his place. Many along Koi Beji, Hani Jobate Mane in Tata La Palazzo. In Mandinka, he said, Jolatan Taborno and Sato. He said, in Mandinka, Jola cannot make me run from this country.
We all know that people at the NIA had divided loyalties.
Sedon benga ilon ena jedo je kanuntea do kulane mida malbejela kanuntea nying afaratale.
When your friend comes, you treat the person nicely. When other people come, you treat them brutally. That was the culture at the NIA. Okay, let's see whether you have treated the other people who were arrested just like you treated this person called Mane. What baffles me is, if you did not know anything about this, you did not know what was happening, how would you go to these people to try to help them?
I didn't say, I said, when I came aware of it, I have to start calling people I know.
But you said you knew nothing about it.
When? So this was a community in the whole country. People knew there was going to be. I said
you knew there would be demonstrations. You knew they were arrested. But besides that, you knew nothing else.
Yes. Yalonko balambaya bekela. Yalonko mutale. You baro kola ite ko non fenfen longi animofu. Ngaldo ko ibe mutalale. So lemi longi mokuma lemi long.
What was it that you knew?
They were going to arrest these people. Ngalonko bitanyi mulu mutalale.
Yes, and then?
No, but I calling people.
So you did not even know that they were arrested.
The time I was talking to these people,
just answer my question. Did you or did you not know they were arrested?
Some were arrested.
And where were they taken?
Yes, most of them were taken to Fajara. And
the rest?
That I know of.
And the rest?
There were a few people who came to the NIA, I believe.
So you're saying you don't know, you merely believe?
Yes.
You merely believe, you don't know?
I believe.
So you don't know that they were brought to the NIA?
I said, I believe they were brought in the NIA. Living in something, you know about it.
No.
You want me to?
I believe that God exists.
So you don't know God?
No.
Do you know God?
No. Do you?
Yes, I know.
What's his name?
He's the creator.
Well, Mr. Witness, let's stop playing games. Okay? A belief and knowledge are completely different. Knowledge is based on empirical facts.
I know
that this is plastic. Okay? A belief is completely different. Understand?
Yeah,
Did you have first-hand knowledge that these people were brought to the NIA? Mr. Witness, let's stop dilly-dallying and stop playing games.
I am not.
The fact of the matter is these people were brought to your unit and tortured by yourself and Fodebari and the rest of the team. That is what happened.
No, sir.
You are denying knowledge of the fact that the procedure was arrested people are brought to investigations because you know you are the one at investigations.
No, sir.
Were you not at investigation?
Yes, I was at the investigation, but they were never brought to the investigation.
Well, do you know a person called Bachsamba Jalo?
I first heard his name here.
Did you know him before? Did you have a problem with a teacher from Kafuta, gentle soul called Bachsamba Jalo?
What is his name again?
Bachsamba Jalo. No.
And for some reason, you are so handsome. But Samba Jallo suddenly plucked your name from the air and suggest that you were the person and crushed his genitals with a stone.
Where, as per your advice, I myself lead Marina.
Marina, Tala Marina,
Musa Kinte, Fodebari.
Daba Marina, Fodebari, Abandin Jobate, Baba Saho, Salmina Drame.
and in Salimina Drame.
The one I have in Mr. Barry.
So
you cannot tell us that you never went to the ground. That is certainly not true. That is not the case.
Mr. Counsel,
that is not the case. And your testimony adding from Paul, and you know, interesting. Really shocking. You have Senify. Did you know Senify? With Bachsamba Jalo? But
I won't have to
the police are responsible for, I'm not too sure. It's subject to verification, please.
Among Senema Bake, for Ninkaro Kai Senema.
Either agriculture,
How about D2?
D2, this is what I'm saying. All these things is subject to verification.
You'll be in call for them.
You haven't told us anything that is subject to verification. Because if you don't know, tell us you don't know.
Mfam fo jamme alonko a jareta pour ya sene andi for ya nyini karo kala sene ni mala ndo afal mala.
One is responsible for agriculture.
Inindo mata Sano Kenya.
Other is
Ko fula nyawlo sere marale mo.
the second one among the trees, one is responsible for agriculture.
Sabor kono kilimo wala marale Sano Kenya.
The other is responsible for political issues.
Wodoni wala marale politik Kenya.
The third, if I'm not forgetting, is responsible for military.
Ani manyina sabanjawani wala mata sojaro la kual.
You have the economic sabotage unit.
Tanko franco kunya me alonko wala lafta ka be yaro do kala ko to.
You don't know.
Mala.
You have armed security and dissident group.
Armed security and dissident.
Armed security services and dissident groups.
Tanko kunya.
That's why I say security.
Wana tanko kunya.
It's either D3 or D2.
Kala bunda sabanjawalti wala bunda fula.
It's again surprising. That's one time. No, you told us that you do not know the functions.
Ko yeme fanya ko imela tabo ko long.
What is it? You don't know the functions.
Ko imela do ko long.
Even the investigation departments, you don't know the functions. You gave us only one function.
Donc bunda me mande kisi kunya
Their responsibilities, but their functions, I cannot tell you that. How do they function? I would not know. They are responsible for.
Ito leba mararing.
Responsibilities and functions in your head are different. Again, it depends on how you see it. How do you see it? I see difference there. Well, are you satisfied with my suggestion that one would be politics and religious affairs? Politics and religious affairs? That is religious fundamentalism and whatever you call it.
Dino Maranya.
Well, are you telling me they are responsible for that? I can't remember. I know. But who is responsible? Which department is responsible? I can't remember. You cannot also confirm economic sabotage? I can confirm, but under which department? Is it G1 or D2 or D3? I don't know. This is what I'm saying. D2. This is what I'm telling you. But you don't even seem to know what these Ds entail. You know there is D4. You're telling me. I can't remember. Okay, Mr. Chair. I think the record is clear. The commission would be able to draw their findings. So I would not go back to Senify's accusation against you. The only defense you have is your statement that what they said is their version. It's not true. Finish. Halas. Yes, sir. That's all you have as your defense. And with regards to Bachamba Jalo too, the only defense you have, it's not true. That is their testimony.
Bachamba Jalo fanana karola yemen sore jebe fan tankandila menda tumiro nyingo wala nyindiko aymen fo wonten to nyati
Ibrahim Barrow also.
Ibrahim Barrow fana.
All you have is it's not true. This is their testimony. That's all you have, correct? Good. So now,
Council, before you continue, now that we have the organogram before us, can you ask the key question again, if you don't mind, on the cross-cutting? We just need to know.
Yes. Mr. Witness.
Help us understand.
The unit that was specialized, tasked at the NIA to be investigating issues the NIA is interested in would be what unit?
Bunda me ya lonko ko dila la puru ye ko kiskis men ya lonko NIA ay sula la wala jumalti.
It depends on under which department it falls.
Tutala wobe fanna jumala ko doko fanna min ko.
Are the departments standalone investigating units?
Fo ni bunda ni fo da kalo ifayende bank pour que la ko kiskisi fayo.
When it comes to their issues, yes.
Nana te fon la kola.
But in that case, there is no need for an investigative unit. The investigative unit is redundant.
Investigation.
Mr. Witness, we have spoken to a lot of NIA officers. And what they say is that the various units would do their work and they would send the matter to investigation for investigation. These people are lying. Hold a second, you've answered. Let me just ask my questions. Just a moment. Okay. We have heard from the current Director General, Mr. Sow. He said when Lankabu and Co. were arrested, after the operation, they handed the matter over to investigation. Then investigative is a matter for investigation. These Farafenya attackers, when they are brought, they were handed over to Fodebari for investigation. What he denied was that he was not at the door to receive them, but they were handed over to investigation for investigation. You had his testimony, that's what he said. If you have his testimony, that's what he said. I didn't listen to his testimony as of yet. If you listen to me proper, you get me. Like, he went out, they picked somebody, investigated. Yes. Informed the DG, him or whoever, to the investigation department for further investigation. This is why I said further. Mr. Witness, you did say that the various units would investigate their cases. That's what you said. You refused to accept that the departments, the various units would submit their issues to investigations. It has to go through the channels. But Mr. Witness, they will be directed. Please, take this to that place. Please, Mr. Witness. Okay, sir. Everything that is done at the institution is done at the behest of the Director General. So if they inform the Director General that we are sending it for investigations, it is still sent for investigation. But is that really significant? Mr. Witness, wouldn't it be sent to investigations for matters to be investigated? Yes. Exactly. This is different from all the answers you had given before. I gave you specifically the example of religion. Whether if they have an issue, which unit they would submit it to. You said no, it would be submitted to religion. This is where they felt that they can go further. This is why I said we follow it up. Mr. Witness, the investigations unit was the investigative arm of the NIA. The various units, after conducting their operations, would submit the matter to the investigation unit for investigations. That was used to happen.
Yes.
Okay, it must go through the DG, please. It does not matter where it goes through. It does not matter where it, okay, let's agree. It goes through the DG. Good. And the DG is satisfied. Okay, and the DG directs that it goes to investigations.
Yes.
Okay. So tell us the 1995 people who were arrested.
1995
Wasn't it a matter for investigation? It was not a matter for investigation. So what would the NIA do with it? Yes, come in.
This was an operation carried out by the plainclothes of the President's office.
Mr. Witness, but that is certainly not the case.
I'm coming. Yes, because
no.
Just allow me to land, please. But please allow me to land.
Let me ask my questions. I will just allow you to just narrate a story.
I'm not narrating. I'm giving you an answer.
Hold a second.
Why I said what I said.
Hold a second. You will give me an answer. You told us that the operation was carried out by Usman Tamba.
Who told you that?
I gave you the statement by Salmina Drame.
I said that's his department.
You said it was external counter-espionage that dealt with it. And counter-espionage at the time was led by Dabamarena.
Yes.
Okay, and the witness who was in counter-espionage said it was Usman Tamba, counter-espionage, Seni Mane, you don't know where he worked, Modu Pikajala, and Musa Akinte. You said Musa Akinte was in counter-espionage. So the witness...
I said,
yes.
I can remember that of Salmina Drame.
And?
When you spoke, I said, Musa, I said...
And who else?
And Silmani,
exactly.
Yes.
And of course, Dabamarena.
He's the head of the CE.
Right, yes. So you got 3 out of 6.
The other 2, I can recall where they were.
Exactly. So the witness said it was conducted by these people. It was not conducted by plainclothes from State House.
That's his version of understanding because he was involved. My version, that's my understanding. This is what I'm saying. These people were, most of them were picked by the state guards.
None of them,
Not saying all of them.
None of the witnesses who appear here said they were picked by state guards.
Because maybe they don't know as I do. Like he said, I'm not, like Salmina said, I don't know as what he said. I didn't know anything about it.
Okay. Now let's talk about the investigations.
I said there was no investigation.
So these people were just collected, taken to Fajara barracks, and some taken to NIA. So in NIA, they were held there for decoration.
Can I come in?
We are waiting for your answer.
The casing was done by the CE.
The what?
Casing.
The casing was done by
the CE.
And what do you mean by casing?
Okay. Casing under such, like, if you want to do any operation, you have to know the place where the person is first. How he moves, where he goes to. Then, you come and set and go and arrest.
You see, we are not talking about all these preliminaries. We are talking about what happened to these people once they were brought at the NIA. You said there was no investigation.
As far as I know.
You are just running away from the existence of an investigation because you do not want to put yourself in there.
I'm not going away from it. I'm telling you, see, people going out to demonstrate.
and then
so that they will be able to go and demonstrate. So our job is proactive. We don't wait until it happens. Whenever it happens, we feel. You are talking about something completely different. I'm just giving you a scenario. What baffles me? What baffles me is that you would have an investigative unit. You arrest people. They were to be investigated. And you do not investigate them. What were they going to be investigated on? Because these were people who said we are going to demonstrate. What else are you going to investigate in that? Oh my goodness. Let's listen to what the witnesses said. Look at this witness. He was asked, can you tell the commission which people you found at the place when you arrived at the NIA premises? He said, when I arrived at the NIA premises, we were received by the then Director of Operations, Daba Marena. Salimina Drame, Baba Saho, and some soldiers from State Guard. Many soldiers from State House. Is he lying? I was within those who received him. I can't remember. Wallahi, he's lying. Is he lying? You say you cannot remember. Okay, let's move on. Before this time, did you know Daba Marena? No, I do not know. It should be, I did not know Daba Marena before. How did you come to know his name? It was during the process that I know his name because he will call all the time. Daba Marena. I used to hear the name, but I could not single him out. How about Baba Saho? Baba Saho is also that day I knew him. How about Salimina Drame? Salimina also the same thing. That was the first time meeting them. So you see, doesn't it sound to you that the witness is truthful? I can't say anything about this. That's his own version. So I don't have the right to object it. I have the right to tell you that I was not. You see, what would be shocking, Mr. Witness, is that the person who participated in the operation, a person who has accepted these tortures, he has explained precisely, almost exactly the same thing as the victim. Salimina who lied against me here that I was among a panel of investigators. Mr. Witness, we are talking about this particular incident. Salimina's story is almost identical with the story of the victim. The victim mentioned the same set of people as Salimina.
Kola minkan ay menu mol menu tofo Salimina fana mol del tofo menu be mabere ngi.
I said, I don't remember.
Okay.
All right. Let us proceed. He was asked, so can you tell us what happened when you arrived at the NIA premises?
Ya nyininka selam fo isa fo no komison munena na ke bring al fuda tat NIA la korda baro.
Listen.
Lamwe.
We were asked to come in and then we were led to a big hall, myself and my companions. Is that normal? That is normal. That when people are arrested and brought in, they are taken to this big hall.
There's
a hall at the CE. Is that normal? If you should bring somebody into your premises, you should take him somewhere. Was it normal that they would be taken to this hall, to this big hall? Yes. How would this witness know that if this did not happen? I'm not disputing the witness. What I'm saying is, you are disputing the story of the witness. As far as I am concerned. Okay. All right, let's move on. So what the witness said about being taken to this place is true. You asked me From there, Daba Marena being the leader, used to us to call us one by one to be led to another room, that is the interrogation room. Is it correct that Daba Marena was the leader of that operation? He's the head of the department. So what the witness is saying, is that correct? I wouldn't know. You see, now it's becoming funny. This is an operation headed by counter-espionage. They have arrested people. Initially, you said that they will do the preliminaries and send the person to investigations for further investigation. And here the witness is saying, we were brought in, Daba Marena received us, and he took us one by one into a room for interrogation. You say you don't know. I can't say for certain because I was not there. This is the truth. Okay. What the witness said, is it in line with what would normally happen? I wouldn't say anything about that. You see, Mr. Witness, you are playing ignorance, you are feigning ignorance. This is it. You would not work in a place and rise to the position of director. You know exactly what your procedures are. You just playing games. You are just playing games. External security, counter-espionage, it does not matter. You had the same procedures. All right, let's go ahead with what the witness said. Brought into the interrogation room one by one. We do not go in pairs. Only one, then after they will come and take somebody. Also he will go. This is how things went on. Is the witness lying, or you don't know how things went? I don't know how things went. Thank you. You can hide behind that all you like. Where you eventually called to that one and one interrogation.
Ya nyini gani ga mi fayra fana inarne kumando bunyi kono lo bam pour kate nyini kabam.
Witness answered.
Jabirodi.
Yes, before then Daba Marena looked at me because all the people can walk. I cannot walk.
Daba Marena injube ka ro waro ndonyol be ka tama no faye na baranda buka tama no faye.
Big man crawling.
Mo ba be ngunumala.
So he looked at me and saw my broken leg and asked, what is your name? I say, my name is Senifai. What are you doing? I say, I'm a businessman in Serekunda. He said, oh, I wanted to leave you, but the information I got from one Bakari Kamara is that your shop is the place they conduct meetings. You conduct meetings.
Lafte bulala la bare ngakim kibaro men soro wala nyinde ngasoro ke ba no kilimbulu ka me Bakar Kamara ko ila biti golem dingira de damito yalon kal kabbe gol dal kapiti ko wala.
And that he was asked, was that allegation in fact true?
Hanin ka bi ya nyini ngai ka o tumiro nyin fan fo sedo wo famu to nyati bang.
Answer.
Ya biro.
At that juncture, I told him that this is not true. I saw Bakari Kamara did not know where my shop is, and he has never visited my shop. Would such conversation be normal? In such situations? You wouldn't know. All right. And then he was asked, were you surprised by that allegation? Because the previous question showed that they have received some intelligence information on which they acted. Isn't that the case? But isn't that obvious? What is obvious? If Daba Marena would tell him, we have received information is that your place, your shop is the place they were conducting meetings. Wouldn't that suggest intelligence information? Isn't it normal that Daba Marena would use intelligence information when dealing with these people? I couldn't speak for him. Yes, but Mr. Witness, you see, if you still hide with regards to the very obvious things, you make yourself look very bad. Daba was head of counter-espionage. But what he deals with is intelligence information. What he deals with is intelligence information. Answer now. Yes. And what the witness said suggests that Daba told him, I have received intelligence information that you were doing A, B, and C. So that's what the witness said. So that's what the witness said. But I had you review it. So, do you agree with that? No. I agree with what he said. That's his opinion. I cannot say, yeah, I agree or I don't agree. You just wasting the commission's time. You just wasting the commission's time. Very simple issues. I would proceed. And he was asked, and what happened after that? From there, he said, all right, come in. I was escorted to that big office. Nobody helped me. They did not allow anybody to carry me. I do not have to lean on something.
Andum fente je fanambe sembela menna.
But as I crawled
Wato menna be mulu makang.
From there to the place,
I
met some soldiers plus NIA personnel. And then the favorite NIA interrogation position would follow. He was undressed. That too is a lie. We didn't know. Isn't that your modus operandi? Strip the person naked prior to interrogation? Just answer the question. Answer the question. That was not the modus operandi. You see, Mr. Witness, it's all right. But Samba Jallo said he was undressed. By you, Fodebari, and others. Balo Kante said he was undressed. Ibrahim Jata said he was undressed. Omar Jata said he was undressed. Omar Dabo said he was undressed. Ibrahim Barrow said he was stripped naked. Even the most glaring one, Langkabu. He had to run from NIA to Banjul Police Headquarters. Naked. He did not strip his clothes when he was outside. Stripping people naked was NIA modus operandi. That was how you humiliated people. That is how you ensured that the people would not escape and run away until Lankabu did it. So would the witness also guess that this is how you did it? By stripping him naked? This is version of the story. That too is a lie? I can't comment on that. Then he went on to say, I met a machine. Somebody was conducting that machine. The electric machine, they shock people and they undress until I am left with my knickers, and then this time they started interrogating me. He also guessed that. You know how many witnesses testified to this effect? Mr. Counsel, but I told you I cannot say anything about it because so I cannot comment on something I'm not aware of. He was asked later. You also mentioned Daba Marena. Was he there? Did he participate in the torture? If the witness wanted to lie and implicate people, he would probably say yes. But this is what the witness answered. No, he was just giving orders. He is the boss. Was he right that Daba Marena was the boss? Yes, he was right. He was the head of the CE. That is no guesswork. He's the head of CE. That's true. Exactly. How would the witness have known? I can't answer that because I wouldn't know. You mentioned You said he was the boss. He was supervising it. He said, yes, the director.
Ya nyininka uko atela mun boss ako ha atela mun boss atela mun coordinator director.
And he was asked. You mentioned that when you arrived, you found Baba Saho, Musa Sedik, and Salmina Drame. Did these individuals participate in your torture?
Aninka biya nyininka ikaye ko bilifu da yini mol taraje Baba Saho ani ndo kota ngora kansule nyi mendo fra ikaye ha. Ako
He said, yes, they participate.
Ako ha ifanan keta mol ndana ko dabula na tajire yato.
I said, no, I did not.
Ngo hani
This is the only bit that the witness lied about.
Yes. This, because I wasn't there.
And he was asked whether Salmina participated. He said, yes, Salmina participated. And Salmina acknowledged that tortures were normal with the NIA. Is that true or false? Tortures were normal at the NIA. Tortures happen frequently. That's not true. And you see, and you are implicated in a lot of the tortures that were ongoing, so you would have reason to deny that, wouldn't you? And he was asked about his colleagues. And he said, so you said your colleagues were also subjected to a similar process. He said the same thing. And he was asked, who were they? And he mentioned as follows. Jundu Jawara, Lamin Kanaji, Alaji Moro Sedikan, Langhawa Sonko, Ode Sise, Amadou Jallo, Usman Jallo, Duna Kebe, Ibrahima Sonko, Sirif BI, and Omar Ba. In fact, 11 people. They were all tortured. The NIA by your group. See, Council, I said, this particular district, I wasn't there. It doesn't concern my department. Well, your department was badly incriminated. And it's not incriminated by title. You were individually identified. Not just by the victims, but by your colleagues as well. And the same colleagues came here to lie against me. When a person made a mistake, it's a serious mistake. All right. Everybody's working. Okay, now let's talk about the correct one. No, let's finish this first. It's a serious one. You want to run in a corner where it's most convenient. We will bring you out and take you to where the truth is. We take you to where the truth is. The truth is painful and inconvenient. If these matters were to be investigated, the department would they be sent? If they were to investigate it, it is directed to go. But would it be normal to send it to investigations? Answer now. Yes. And if it were sent to investigations, it would be sent to you. Be sent to the head of the department. And who was that? Mr. Barry. Exactly. This is a regimental organization. I want you to...
Mr. Witness, we know that.
okay, thank you.
We know that.
Okay.
But I have just told you the 3 top officials in that department.
But nga mo sa ba fo me alon ko nyaton ka balde mel be
by somebody.
Fode Bari, Baba Dinding Jabate, and yourself.
Anita fan kundimo.
Isn't that true?
Mangi to nyati bang.
But you think that the witness
Riya ko sedo
would just blindly know that he would just plug it from the air?
thinking de ya kono rama bidala ni bondi nang fonyo kono.
Plug what from the air?
The fact that you are involved with him?
Ka fo ko iteni ngo abenyo kanne.
That's not true.
Because
there was nothing to be investigated.
This
We're trying to.
Well, it seems like you haven't listened to what the witness said.
Listen to that.
The witness said they were taken to the rooms, a few questions were asked, and they were tortured.
Which room, sir?
Okay. Next time, listen. He was first taken to the big hall. And they were taken to a room there. They were removed from there and taken to another big place. That is where they were tortured. You heard him say he had to crawl to get there.
Did you have this opportunity to visit the CEN?
We have visited the NIA.
Did you read the CEN?
We have visited the NIA.
Okay.
Look, you cannot explain why this particular person who does not know you, why would he claim that he met you on this particular occasion? And it just happens that you are in fact the right person to be there at that time.
Which is not true.
Okay, well, you can hide behind it is not true as much as you want. Even if I ask you whether Baba Saho is your name, you can say it is not true. Because here we don't take you to the corner and beat you up for you to answer. So, but you have accepted that if this matter were to be investigated, it would have to be sent to investigation.
It if it were investigated.
And in that case, it would be sent to Fode Bari Bawa Dinding Jabate and yourself.
It will be sent to the head of that department.
Does he have a name?
He said Fode Bari.
And Fode Bari would be working with you. And Baba Dinding Jabate.
Yes.
Okay. So, in fact, the witness is saying, well, it was you people who dealt with him. So that too is a guess. Okay. All right. But, Mr. Witness, this has been your modus operandi. This is how you did things at the NIA. In all the 3 credible allegations made against you, which happened at different times to different individuals who don't know one another, they all described the same process. Is that too a coincidence or a fabrication?
I wouldn't know.
See?
I wouldn't know because
Samba Jallo described being forcibly rendered naked. His trousers were removed by yourself and Fode Bari.
Samba Jallo ya fujanko ya force to bond ala kufengol bonda ala andu meya gole de Baba Saho and Fode Bari.
Unelectrocuted.
We are mass kurang rafanam.
Senify said he was undressed
Senify ko ya uranne
and electrocuted.
ya maskuramala.
Omar Jata said
Omar Jata fanonko
he was undressed and electrocuted.
Ya uranne ya maskuramala.
But the beauty is, Omar Jata did not mention your name.
Omar Jata omete fanotofo.
So your name is not as nice as you thought it was.
That's
your opinion. Do you have an explanation for that? Apart from saying no to what the allegations? So these witnesses appear very credible. Appear very credible. But then let's come to 2006. You are already out of the service. Correct? Yaya Jammeh called you back. Correct? To come and conduct an investigation. Yes. Because you are the experts, you are the successful guys in investigations. I don't see myself as an expert. Well, your set is called the experts. You are the experts. That's how they are seeing us, maybe. I'm doing myself. Or maybe the torturers. Whatever. They see us. But torturing, no. But when you were brought to come and work at that panel in 2006, there was a lot of torturing going on. True or false? This torturing was countenanced by all of you. How? Just answer the question. No. Yes. No. You, in fact, participated in the torturing. Never. Tell us how you came to be in the panel. I think a day or two after the attempted coup. I was approached by Lang Tombong Tamba, who was directed to my house by my neighbor, Saho Fofana. This was only about 9, 10 in the evening. They knocked my gate. I saw Sajo. They said, in Maninga, I opened the gate. When I saw him with Lang said, he had talked to him.
Lang said, I was sent by the head.
I mean the president then, Yaya Jammeh.
Well, President Yaya Jammeh.
So I spoke with him briefly. He said, Mr. Saho, I want you to go and join this investigation going on. I can remember he said, Lang will give you the details. At the same time, he inquired about Mr. Barry. I left with Lang and Mr. Fofana. Joined Lang's vehicle. And then Mr. Fofana went home. He went to Mr. Barry. I called him. I said, Mr. Barry, because I had this understanding that he spoke with the president already. Who came along with me in my vehicle before Lang to the NIA then.
onto the floor.
My counsel.
When we reached, it was late.
And you would accept that the president needed Peter and Paul in that investigation?
This is why he called us.
And he needed you there because he wanted results.
No, but that could be true.
Could be or true.
Could be true.
But of course,
You found people there.
if you guys were not useful there, he would not call you.
That's true.
Remember, you guys were sacked from the service by none other than him. True or false?
Yes.
So he's taking you from the freezer and was reactivating you.
True
True or false?
That's the way you put it.
He is okay recycling you or making you bounce back as they used to say.
I'll take it, making us bounce back.
That is more interesting. That is more palatable. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. But he did not make you bounce back because he just liked your names or your smarts. He knew your capacity to produce results in investigations.
He knows we are very steady in our investigation.
He would not know that. He's never seen you working. He knows the results you produce.
I've worked with him before he became president. Yes, it was good work.
And he knew your capacity to produce results. Remember, 1995, 1996, those are the most difficult periods. Everybody was there. You were there. And results were produced.
I, for one, I don't see those things as difficult. 1992 to the most difficult.
1992, you would not torture people willy-nilly, would you?
1992
We do tortures.
Thank you very much. Finally. Hallelujah. Yes. No, you said,
I said, do we do tortures?
you said we do tortures.
I said, do we? Please, can you ask them to revise this? Do we do tortures? Sorry, listen carefully. when I'm
I
talking.
told you.
Don't put
In
words in your mouth.
1992,
I said, that's the most difficult to me.
yes. I said in 1992, you would not do tortures willy-nilly.
I said, do we do tortures?
If that is your answer. So are you confirming that in 1992 you were not torturing?
You torture, you don't get what you want.
But from 1994, torture was the name of the game. In fact, your colleague said here that 90% of you have tortured.
Maybe I'm within the 10% who didn't.
You are not even sure. That's why you said maybe.
No, I'm just telling you.
You are not even sure.
I'm between those people.
Well, the evidence paints a different picture. The evidence suggests that you are a notorious torturer. You cross genitals. You beat. You electrocute. That's what the witnesses say.
I fear my grave than any other thing.
But when you were brought back in 2006, you in fact did torture.
But kabiri yemuru in 2006 wo someone ye tajinte yakale. Nyadi.
You beat, didn't you?
Yemo bute rota.
Anybody there?
Rode. And mama bute.
I had that empathy. You see, Mr. Counsel,
Council.
first when we got there, The situation under which we found the victims. If you have blood in your veins,
How did you find them?
in a very terrible condition.
And tell us about that condition.
Can you describe it? Unless you see it physically.
No, tell us. Tell us.
They were in serious pain. They were in very serious pain. How they are. No, you cannot take it. You cannot stand it. That night we didn't do anything.
That was the first night.
That was the first night.
We have heard from Langtombo. And he said it was okay. They were not beaten before the panel.
There was no beating before the panel. They beat them downstairs.
They beat them downstairs and bring them up.
But it was suggested, it was made as if there were no beatings going on that was known to the panel. Just answer the question.
There was beating down that we were all aware of. Beat them down, got them up. How can we talk to somebody who is just unconscious? Anyway.
Did you beat anybody? Well, we've received different evidence. And listen to this. This is Wasakamara. This is his statement. You crying? I'm sorry. Well, the victims also cried. Genuine tears. And this is what Wasa said. Again, I was not aware of where I was taken. However, upon arrival, I realized that I had been taken to the NIA. Upon entry, the place was littered with a lot of military personnel armed with personal and support weapons. Is that true? That was the environment?
That was the zone.
He said, I was taken to the conference room to face the panel comprising of Baba Haidara. Next person, Baba Saho. Fode Bari, IGP Sonko,
IGP Police
Lantombon Kamba, Musa Jame, and so many others unknown persons. Is he lying? He said, I was seated, having my back to the door of the conference room, flanked on both sides by the panelists. And then he started facing some questions. On the table were a hammer, small chisel with blood stains, true? On the table, no. Honestly speaking, no. He lied about it. But what's the significance of such a lie? All of you accept that they were beaten downstairs and taken upstairs. So what's the significance of him lying about what was on the table? And then he went on to say, I was told that if I did not answer questions correctly, I would be killed. and the hammer would be used to knock my head.
And martonyi dole tala yem fadi mufungola.
Is it true?
To nyalambang.
I don't remember him saying that.
I
don't remember him saying that. I am not sure exactly who threatened me because the junglers were wearing black masks.
Malom fange jumale yen maslande de barakato jongulal benum je barito lieni fem fingol del dum e nyal muru.
Is that true? Council.
Nyala wote ba?
Is that true?
Yes.
That place was a war zone.
would
So the junglers were walking there up and down in only walking. They were even between the conference room. With their guns.
I said, armed. To their teeth.
What do you say to the suggestion that it was only one person who was there who had a gun? Would you say that's a lie?
I will not buy that.
Would you say it's a lie?
I will not buy it.
Mr. Witness, please, let's stop playing games. Would you say that's a lie?
It's not true.
Exactly. And then he went on to say, someone within the panel said that operation-wise, I was the head of the operations and knew everything. Was that a question that would be asked?
See, this particular day, we didn't participate in the questioning. It was Hydra who was leading. Was the one questioning.
What do you understand participate to mean?
When we were invited to join in them, during the questioning, we didn't do anything because we just came in.
Can we play the video of Wasa Camera, please? Wasa
Camera video nga play ba ngo jiwe.
We were asking about my involvement in the coup.
Kumasa de kanyin ka ndatar na nyadi da ku da bayari ma.
Listen, I told them that I didn't know anything about the coup.
Wala fala ko nan man fadla ni ku da nyin to.
And then I saw property on the table, tableau come, small moments, those things, and then they asked, they told me that, look, what happened to others will happen to you. We are aware that you are the master planner of the school. I told them that was not true. Then a lot of people accepted that, part and parcel of the crew, but that was what happened is that when they were questioning me, there was a man who was seated at the far left, end of the table. He was asking me that I was part of the crew and that I'm the ringleader. I told him that that's not true. Who was the person? Who was the person? I'll come to that. And after that, Hydra also asked, he said, do you know that we are following your theory, or we know we are involved in the crew? So before I could answer that, who is that person who was sitting at that place? To my back, slapped me seriously. I employed him to go to the right. When I turned to look at the right, he gave me a nasty slap on me. I scratched my eyelids
That's my inwards. Then from there he left. But there I couldn't see because I was struggling to see, to open my eyes. So he went and occupied his space. When there again, questions were going, I was answering. And the same person stood up. I told the same person wanted to come and hit me again. I had across the table, I just said to him, that person said, Baba, stop. Then he said, Baba, stop in Manila. Baba, Abula. Okay. Then he said, Baba Saho. He repeated again, Baba Saho, stop. Another Baba Saho, Abula. So that was the time I know his name.
Thank you very much. Mr. Saho.
Mr. Saho.
Does this look like a fabrication?
Yes. At the panel.
Yes.
Sir, the way we are seated, the suspects will sit like I am sitting here. It's Hydra. That's Mr. Barry. That's me.
Well, he said the person was sitting at the flank.
It's the same table.
But what you might
He said on his left.
What you have described
On his left. I was sitting on his left. I was sitting on his side.
what you have described suggests that you are the one on the flank.
What I've described is I was not on his left side. I was sitting by his right side.
Mr. Witness, he said
That's what he said. That's what he said.
Okay. Anyway, but he said this person is called Baba. Is called Baba Saho. And you are present there.
It's because of these people I spent 13 months at Mile 2.
Let's not come to that. That is so speculative. So we will come to that later.
It's hurting.
We will come to that later.
It's hurting.
Yes. Well, Baba, you people have put a lot of people in jail. You have put a lot of people in jail for doing no wrong or illegally, unjustifiably. So you guys would only feel it when it has happened to you. But when you do other people in, it's okay, it's normal.
We had about 7 or 8
Okay, so you are denying that you hit Wasakamara.
I can't remember.
You cannot remember now. So you cannot even sure.
I cannot.
You are not even sure
That I hit him.
Yes.
You
see? But how could you not be sure that you have not hit somebody?
You see, one, I was so comfortable where we were. You see, I was very careful. I was very careful with the presence of these military boys.
Mr. Witness, what you have said is that you are not sure that you hit this person. Even a child would know what he or she has done. If you drink the water, you know you have drunk the water. But you are not sure that you have slapped the man. Well, the man is certain. He said you slapped him twice. Pam, pam. And you scratch his eyes.
I'm saying no.
He is certain.
I was with him in Mile 2. If I had done so, I go to
Exactly. That is why you were brought back to torture the people, to beat them to submission, and that is what you do. That was a military show. It's a fool. That was a typical military show. Well, Wassa saw the military. He saw what they were doing. He knew exactly what they were doing. He has explained what people did. And he singled you out.
He doesn't say he didn't know me. That's not true. We knew each other when he was at the military int.
He was a
we knew each other when he was at the military int. He was my agent. I recruited Wassa.
He did not know.
That's, I'm telling you.
He did not know you.
He said he didn't know.
Well, if he didn't know you, that is in fact makes it even better. He has no reason to mistake you for anybody else.
Now, if you should say,
but okay, Mr. Witness, let's listen to another witness who was present. Could you play the testimony of Mr. Hyder?
You mean the three, Bunja, Wassa, and Yahya? I can remember a lot of Wassa. Wassa, and when it happened, I'll explain that. And you were in the process of question and answer, and he was cooperating. All of a sudden, one of the panelists came behind him, started slapping 1, 2. To stop. And then immediately I turned to Fode Barry, who was sitting next to me. Please tell him to stop this. Why did I turn to Fode? Because Fode has always been seen as a senior. He's senior in the service. Nobody listens to him. I believe it was Baba Saho. I believe Fode could indulge.
Thank you very much.
Now, Mr. Counsel.
Mr. Counsel.
I can hear Hyder properly. He said the man was cooperating. Why did you to beat him?
Why
didn't it?
Well, the witness also said so.
That's why I said no.
You see, you guys,
you cannot be harsh on somebody you want to get information. This was our problem with the panel.
Mr. Witness, what you people were doing there was torturing witnesses to confess. The description given by the witness are almost identical. Almost identical.
With what?
The testimony of these two witnesses. It's almost identical. Why wouldn't they name Malia Mungu? Why wouldn't they name Alaji Martin? Why wouldn't they name Langton Bontamba? If they wanted to just incriminate people, they would have done that. It is you they named.
What I'm saying is, the condition under which these people come to us, one, if you are heartless, I mean, not like the soldiers, because those people,
maybe you were heartless. Maybe you were. But two people, the victim himself said, this is what this man did to me. The head of the panel also confirmed that you did exactly that.
Remember, the head of the panel was our head. He was the de facto deputy director general and the chairman of this thing.
He said that.
Why he could talk to me. I could remember, you see, but he clearly explained why he told to Fode. Okay. Because it was Peter talking to Paul.
Mr. Counsel, I could recall I stopped him from beating somebody. I stopped beating somebody. Definitely, I will not have stopped him.
Who did you stop him from?
Mr. Hydra. One, Mr. Mendy, pair. All I have to do,
the pair also said so. So what you guys were doing was playing good cop and bad cop. They would beat person, the suspect, and the other person would say, no, stop. No, bye. My friend, we all know those games. You were playing good cop and bad cop. In fact, you know, at the NIA, the person who would lock you up in a cell called Bambadinka is the person who would tell you, my bro, need a chore. Bilai, need a chore. Why have they lock you?
These are
the games you guys play. You would not say these ones because you are ashamed of them.
I will.
Would you be proud of crossing a big man's genitals?
What would you be like? That's the last thing I ever think of.
Exactly. You should not be proud of that.
That's the last thing. Look, it's very inhuman.
That is what you people did.
That's what they said we did.
Well,
that's what they said.
Your colleague said you did it, and the victim said you did it.
This is what I'm saying. They said. But I'm saying no.
Well, the thing is, we cannot rewind the tape for all to see.
Yes.
It's not like this one. You did it in secret, in the den of the night. No. Late at night, you bring people from the prisons, beat the nonsense out of them, and parade them before a kangaroo panel, and clobber them to submission and confessions. And you submit a report, we did a brilliant job. They all confessed. Parade them before television.
I didn't know about the report.
Did you ever complain that the confessions were illegally obtained? Perfect place. No. But it's when okay, so you would prefer that you are okay and allow other people to be sentenced to death?
If I was okay, I would have been in my
you would prefer that you are okay and allow other people to be sentenced to death.
Counsel,
but you were there in mile 2 with them when they were sentenced to death.
When they came, they sentenced us. How? I was
but how, you were surprised?
Because yes, I was surprised.
Why were you surprised? Because you guys built a system. You guys built a system of beating confessions out of people and using that to secure convictions. That was the system.
That was more or less a soldier affair. Soldiers will bring them, dump them here. If you are not talking, they carry nobody just Mr.
You did not protest this.
We did. We and who?
You and who?
I first spoke with Mr. Barry. I said, 4. Then Hydra. He's the immediate boss.
Did you speak to Hydra?
No, there's somebody between me and Hydra, so that person must stop the Hydra. Person.
And who was that person?
That person was Mr. Barry.
But that's not what you said in their statement. You said we protested.
Yes, when I say we spoke to Hydra, it means there must be somebody. That's the truth.
My friend, if you say we, it means me and somebody else.
Yes, that's. I mean myself and Mr. Barry. So Mr. Barry has.
Did you speak to Hydra?
We spoke to him. Mr. Barry. Because we
when he was talking to him,
Mr. Barry has a completely different take. He said he was the only person who protested.
Mr. Barry, they are needed Mr. Barry got a drone mode me along go quiet balambaya.
God be a witness.
I said,
and in your statement, you said you and him spoke and got Langtombong to go to the president to have MC Cham and Mr. Gay released.
Yeah, after he spoke with the president, he told
Abrani
me.
president wa diamu tafuka
Who spoke to the president?
Mr. Barry,
You see, you listened to the testimony yesterday.
No, that's a fact. That's a fact.
You listened
See,
to the
Yajama will talk to
testimony
you
yesterday.
Yajama will talk to him if he wants to use you.
You listened to the testimony yesterday.
Not as yet. Wallahi, not as yet.
Only you listened to the testimony yesterday. You know that is for Mr. Barry's version.
I know that.
That is Mr. Barry's
But I'm
version.
telling you that I'm yet to listen to his.
Per Mendy said, whilst he was being questioned, it was ordered that he be taken down and beaten because he was not cooperating. Is that true?
I cannot recall that.
But you can recall Haidara attempting to beat him.
Yes.
Do you know how Per Mendy described that event? Let me tell you. He says it was Saturday at 10 p.m. at night. He was taken to the NIA and directly to the panel. And he said the panelists were Langtombong Usman Sonko, Baba Saho, Fode Bari Momodo Haidara Botaketa, Lamin Cham Demba Sow, and the Junglers. Is that true? Answer properly.
Yes.
And he said he was informed that he was asked to inform all he discussed with Nur Cham. At this time, Haidara said, why you plastered your head? And he told them that it was Malik Jata who struck him with the butt of a pistol. He was butt struck. So Baba Saho said, do you think you are fit to be alive?
Baba Jato Kako, Baba Saho Kako, Yamrete, Bedam to say, Setara Baluno Santen.
You threatened him.
Yakija Forele, Yakio Tile.
I could remember asking him, boy, if I'm going to is in Tanubang. I can remember telling him that. If you take the
Mendy is not a stupid person.
You know why I told him that?
Listen to his answer. You know, he said to you, so Baba said, do you think you are fit to be alive? In the next minute, I raised my head above the ceiling and I saw the mosquitoes fly. I said, if mosquitoes are fit to be alive, why not me? It's not a balloon. This is about the right to life.
That's what he's saying. If you can survive.
If this is not about whether he can survive. This is about whether he is fit to live. This is whether he deserves to live.
No.
That is the question. That's why the guy answered that if mosquitoes are there and they are fit to survive, to live, why not me? And that is when, according to him, Haidara rushed to him to hit him, and you stopped it.
Counsel. The condition under which he came.
Mr. Witness, Haidara said, sorry, Bear said you threatened him.
I didn't see that. It was an empathy towards the way he was.
Well,
I didn't see that as a threat. But if you take it that way,
you threatened because that was the order of the day. That is what you people were doing. You were playing good cop and bad cop. A would do something terrible and then B would try to stop it. C would do something terrible and D would try to stop it. You were playing mind games with them.
That's your opinion, sir.
But that's how you investigate.
No.
That's what the witness said. And then he went on to say, So Haidara instructed the junglers to take me downstairs to the torture area behind the building.
Not that I'm aware of.
Well, you have told us before that people would be brought in, they were beaten, but if they don't confess, they were taken back down and beaten.
No, I didn't say they are not. If they don't confess, I said before they come in. Seriously, I mean, seriously beaten. Face us. But even when you talk to somebody who is just unconscious, that made us to make the complaint. We didn't go down well with some people there. It's not the soldiers.
Mr. Saho,
Mr. Anson,
you cooperated with the torturing. You participated in the torture. That is what the evidence shows.
I said no.
I thought you said you didn't remember.
What?
Participating in the torturing.
You say participate in the torture. I physically hitting somebody?
Yeah. You said you did not remember.
I can't recall hitting anybody. And that's the truth. I can't recall hitting anybody.
You do not know. You simply do not recall.
Yes, that's true. No. If I do, I'll be able to recall it. I suffered for these people.
Your colleagues said you participated in beating them. Mr. Witness, what is baffling is none of you resigned.
Can you resign when you are asked to go home? Why resign?
Okay. The torturing started from day one. Well, you said from day one, when you arrived, that is what you saw.
Yes. From our day.
And the torturing continued on a daily basis.
I was not there every day.
But it continued on a daily basis. When you came, there was torture.
Once we are aware of, yes. I can't say every day.
But you did not resign until you were taken away from there. So for you people, you just accept the situation.
We bear with the situation.
And that was unlawful.
Even the torturing was unlawful.
But even you accepting the situation and going and carrying along is unlawful. It makes you complicit in torture. Cancel. 3 times.
It was something that one dare not even say, Mandamay by them. No.
But you could have left and just not go again.
Then you leave the country.
Yes. Like many people.
My family.
You were selfish. You were thinking about yourselves.
Who's not selfish? We are all selfish.
Those who are thinking about yourself.
Those who are straight. We are all selfish. But when it comes to that new family,
Well, so you self-preserved and you sat there and you see your colleagues being tortured, brutalized, electrocuted, and all sorts of things done to them. But not only that, you were there with them in the most horrible place in this country called 5-Star Hotel Mile 2. You were there with them and you sat comfortably investigative activities led to the torture of Bachama Jalo, you would deny it because of the ugly things you have done.
But it's never there was any investigation, it was not with us.
So he just fabricated it, that it was
His opinion.
Baba Saho.
That's his statement. That's his statement.
PRT2 just fabricated it, that it was,
That's them.
it was Baba Saho. Wasa Camera 2 just fabricated it, that it was Baba Saho. Air Mendy also fabricated it, that it was you who threatened.
To me, I didn't take that as a threat with Pierre.
Well, soon after he was ordered to be taken down to be tortured. And you did nothing, you sat down and watched these people sentenced to death, life imprisonment, and very long terms of imprisonment. You did not. When were you released?
I spent 1 year, 3 months there.
Was it nice? Was it nice? Spending that time at Mile 2 prison?
I don't understand you.
Was it a nice experience?
Saved my life. I would have been killed. Maybe if I'm outside.
Was it a nice experience? Wouldn't you consider it as the worst thing that happened to you?
At that time, yes.
And did you realize that for everybody else who was there with you, that was the situation? That it was the worst thing that was happening to them? And don't you even think that the situation at Mile 2 was so horrible that no human being deserved to be put in that situation? It's a horrible place, but people who are taken there. But you would accept that it's the most horrible place we have in Gambia. No person deserves to be put in that situation. You accept that. And you know that people were there. Because people like you have decided to keep quiet. But you know that. Didn't you?
I kept quiet.
Well, just answer my question.
I didn't know that I should talk.
Oh.
I didn't know.
You didn't know that you could speak the truth. You didn't know that you could say the truth to save people's lives.
Who will you talk to?
Okay. But you left prison after some time.
Yes. What is this people here?
Didn't you think that you could have said something?
Like what?
Like these people were illegally imprisoned? You did not think so? You only thought about yourself?
My family.
And that is the reason why we are all in this soup. Because there are people who, when it mattered, thought only about themselves and their families. You were also by your colleagues.
But I told you I was not here, and I've shown it.
If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world with our safe, secure, fast, and convenient service that offers you the largest selection of payout locations in the Gambia. Supersonic's money transfer. We are currently in 34 African countries and counting, giving you quality money remittance services that are second to none. Visit the Google Play Store or the Apple Store today to download the Supersonics Money Transfer app and enjoy excellent money transfer services only with Supersonics. If you want to receive monies from UK, Europe, USA, Canada, Switzerland, and the rest of the world, Supersonic's money transfer has got you covered. With the largest payout network in the Gambia, you can now receive your monies anywhere you are, from Kartong to Koina, with less hassle. Yes! You can receive monies from your family and friends in